Have you ever felt lonely, or do you feel lonelier nowadays? Does it feel like you've lost touch with former friends?
Yeah, sometimes, especially as everyone's spread out,
As you get
doing their
older?
family thing as you get older. Numbers from an American Perspective survey shows that 40% of Americans say they don't have a best friend. That's a 15% jump from 1990. And the data shows that men typically have fewer close friends than women do. Let's bring in relationship health specialist, friendship expert, and temperament therapist, Dr. Melanie Ross Mills. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Hi.
We have been so eager to have this conversation. Just first, what is causing the decline in friendships, do you think?
Well, this study's showing us that this has been since 1990. And if you think about it, we've had the dot-com bubble. So we've had technology, which is a huge reason I feel like is what's causing this. And then we've had people leaving their companies more than they used to. Back in the day, we would stay at the same company. We live on the same street. So we have a lot of relocating. But I do feel like technology is playing a huge part in this isolation and loneliness.
You know, looking at the studies of young men, particularly this year, it's really concerning. A lot of men under age 35 live at home longer. They aren't getting married. They might be working at home and having a job where they don't have to go into an office, so they lack socialization. Depression is higher, so that's isolating. What advice would you have for young men, or what can we do as a culture to get men back out in the world?
Yes, well, I love y'all are highlighting this because it is, the Surgeon General is telling us this is an epidemic, this loneliness. And so we need to encourage one another to make an effort to be together. We need one another. We are created to connect and bond. And so if we are not doing this, we actually can get physically sick. And so not just men, but men and women, and not to feel like there's a false sense of connection, especially through technology.
Yeah.
And so we have to have togetherness and actually physically be together as well.
Yeah, and I feel like regardless of gender, Adrienne and I were talking about this earlier, I feel like as an adult, it's harder to make new, meaningful, best friend kind of relationships. You have full-time job, you got to go home, take care of the kids, you have a spouse you want to hang out with too. It's hard to break out of those routines for long enough, often enough, to create new, meaningful friendships. What advice do you have for everybody watching right now who needs that in their life, but haven't made the time for it?
Yes, it is. It's more difficult, I think, the older we get too, because we have more responsibilities. We're not young and just going to the playground. And so I encourage people to, first of all, invest in the people that you want to grow old with, that you want to share life with, create memories, bond with. Secondly, I encourage people to become the friend that they want to have. Sometimes we can put expectations on even our friends that we aren't willing to do ourselves. So focus on becoming the friend you want and give that to others. And then thirdly, I say handle people's hearts with care. So do things that you would want to have done to you, but also make the time to send notes, send emails, schedule coffees. It takes effort to build a relationship, no matter who we are, where we are, how old we are.
And I think those are great tips when you already have established relationships and you're reaching back. But I'm seeing it even in people in their 20s. They do not know how to have relationships. I mean, they do not know how to make new friends oftentimes. And they might move to a new city. And you're thinking, who am I going to be in community with when I'm in this new place? So do you have any advice about how social media, even though it's been vilified quite a bit and been kind of the anti-friend vehicle, could actually be leveraged to establish new bonds?
Absolutely. And so one of the things we can do is find groups that we have things in common with, similar interests. Maybe there's people that are going to a dog park on Saturday mornings that you can find through the internet, through social media. Also, I think consider the fact that we are not raised with the tools to communicate. We learn these tactics, and some of us haven't learned how to make an effort. Some of us feel insecure and fearful. So pay attention to what might be holding you back from making an effort, and then identify those, and then try to overcome these fears, right? We can also look for strategies on Instagram Reels. We can learn about little techniques that we can implement. So we can use media for good to actually help us connect with people in authentic ways.
Yeah, Dr. Melanie Ross Mills, is such an important conversation, one that I think we're all pretty impassioned about, frankly. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.